Live from Brandy 100 in the small but mighty state of Delaware. Welcome to my B.A.D, my Busk after dusk. I'm John Flynn. American grandfather found his grandson crying after school and discovered from the sobbing child that a playground bully had been cruel. I wish that I could hurt him, said the child. I get big, that's what I'll do. That will make me sad, said the grandfather. For then I'll know the dark wolf is taking you. There are two wolves, there are two wolves, and within each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and shadow. The other wolf is love and light. The old man put his arms around the child. He said, the thing you want is called revenge. When you try to hurt the one who's hurt you, you become a little more like them. The old man said, I know you are I have felt it too. The child looked into the ancient eyes then. He said, grandfather, tell me what to do. There are two wolves, there are two wolves, and within my heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and shadow. The other wolf is love and light. The old man said, child, do not fear this battle. Though each wolf will make the other bleed, it is in your power to choose the victor. The wolf that wins will be the one you feed. There are two wolves, there are two wolves, and within each heart these two wolves fight. One is hatred, rage and shadow. The other wolf is love and light. One is hatred, rage and shadow. The other wolf is love and light. Thank you for listening. Let me just check in and see who's here. So, Louise, hello there. And Beverly, my new friend from Dallas, Texas. Hi. Joanne and Philippa, is that the correct pronunciation? I hope so. Anne Marie and Emily. Nice to see you, my friend. Heidi, Danny, Rotten Dan, my dear friend Tony, and so many good friends, Cheryl Goldberg and Donna Rotenberg. Now, so I'm going to do a song for Donna a little bit, and Diane. Hi, everybody. Man, what a beautiful day it was here in the East today. I went out and did a long run at the state park. I just physically couldn't keep myself indoors today. So I hope wherever you were, it was as nice. Hey, Lucy Stone. Lucy cuts my hair, and you may notice it's a bit shorter this week. And she won't want me to say this, but she never charges me. She says, take all the money that you would spend, for my services, and buy coffee and donuts and stuff for the Next Step members, the returning citizens, who get together on Saturday afternoon. So we meet on Saturdays in Wilmington, and we always have coffee and a little snack and that's on Lucy. So hopefully I look a little more. I know I look a little more presentable, and those guys get the snack and get some good coffee. So thank you, my friend Lucy. Tammy works in Buffalo. That's not right, is it? That isn't right. Here we go. It's the long run. Tammy works down by the mall, sells commodes and shower stalls at the bathrooms or us outlet store. Big Bill, he don't shop there anymore since he got his pipes unclogged. Tammy might have married him, but he thought she was much too thin. She thought he was much too fat. Tammy never could get over that. She swore enough, there's more to love. She keeps electric candles in her window, just like Christmas Eve all year round. She says, you make the silent nights go easy, they won't burn you down. Tammy lived in Buffalo until 2 years ago, when she moved out to the Sunshine State. She writes home, everything is great, sends postcard scenes, tangerines. The answering machine she bought doesn't work the way she thought. Mostly it reminds her no one calls. Sometimes it's just her sister from St. Paul. She'll pour a drink, watch it blink. She keeps electric candles in her window, just like Christmas Eve all year round. She says, you make the silent nights go easy, they won't burn you down. Sometimes she gets so mad at God, waves a metal curtain rod at the storm clouds gathering above. She chance of being struck by lightning than of ever finding someone to love. She keeps electric candles in her window, just like Christmas Eve. All year round, she says, you make the silent nights go easy. They won't burn you down. Don't you let them burn you down. Skip the light fandango, turning car wheels across the floor. I was feeling kinda seasick. The crowd called out for more, and the room was humming harder as the ceiling flew away. So they called out for another drink, and the waitress brought a tray. And so we was late when the mirror told its tale. Our face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. Said there is no reason, and the truth is plain to see. As I wandered through my playing card, she would not let him be one of 16 Vestal virgins who were heading for the coast. And although my eyes were wide open, they might just as well be closed. And so we was late when the mirror told its tale. That her face at first just ghostly turned a wider shade of pale. Beverly says she loves the Procol Harum. Well, thank you. I don't know what possessed me there. So I thought I'd try a new song tonight. So be gentle with me. I've played it a lot here in this room by myself, but I haven't played it to any people. And it's one I wrote for my old friend. And probably the less I talk about it, the better my odds are of getting through it. So I'll just give it a shot here. This is called Kris's Rules. Just a couple days ago, I heard you'd slipped away. No one but my old guitar to cry with, so I played all those songs you wrote, and after I'd sung each one through, a voice inside me seemed to say, boy, now it's up to you. It's up to you now. What is that supposed to mean? I asked to no one there. The sadness, like my question, seemed to hang in empty air. But then, as if your spirit stood there with me in the room, I could hear you telling me just what I had to do. Tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. Tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. You used to remind us all what William Blake had said, that sorrow and confusion haunt the living and the dead. Should they turn their backs upon the lives they've been called to? For poets, saints, and fools like me, the way to honor you is tell the truth. Work, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. Tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. I have no place to lay this heartache or my gratitude, so I'll just keep on doing what I think I'm called to do. That's because I came to know a hero as a friend, who tried to help me understand what matters in the end. Tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. Tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. Kris said to tell the truth, sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. You've got to tell the truth. Sing with passion, work with laughter, love with heart. Just a couple days ago, I heard you'd slipped away. Kris's Rules. Oh, gosh. So I hope you guys like that. And the ironic thing is I would have gotten through all those lyrics without a flub, except I looked down and my eyes fastened on the wrong line, so. I have not come to save you, for when I look at you, I do not see a damsel in distress. I have not come to change you, your desperado soul is perfect as it is, though I confess. You say I'm a sight for sore eyes, but I think you and me are both half blind. You can't see the beauty that's inside you, and I can't see quitting on a friend of mine. I have not come to heal you. You don't need to be cured. The scars we bear are holier than shrines. If tears can teach our eyes to see with tenderness the wounds that we've been tempted to despise. You say I'm a sight for sore eyes, but I think you and me are both half blind. You can't see the beauty that's inside you, and I can't see quitting on a friend of mine. Maybe love ain't nothing but a mirror, one that shows you who you really are. Maybe mine could show you someone you have been a stranger to so far. I have not come to fix you, for I know deep inside you're not and never have been powerless. But I will share the darkness that you are walking through until you find the light that you possess. You say I'm a sight for sore eyes, but I think you and me are both half blind. You can't see the beauty that's inside you, and I can't see quitting on a friend of mine. No, I ain't quitting on a friend of mine. So let me see some of our comments. I appreciate the reaction to the new song, guys. Heart Cramp, John Flynn, beautiful song. Thank you, Louise. Heidi sent me some rainbows and some hearts, and Emily gave me an applause sign, I think that is. And Tony says, beautiful. Anne Marie. Kris rules. Kris's rules. Kris rules. That's from Philippa. I don't even know how you got through it, says Emily. and I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. Anyway, thank you to Ruth and all you guys. And I know we have some kind of new folks here with us tonight who are from the official Kris Kristofferson Appreciation page on Facebook, and I welcome you. I'm real glad that you have found your way to some of my songs as well. Kris was always real generous about trying to point people towards my stuff more than pretty much anybody, and I'll never be able to thank him for that, and thank him enough for that. So let's see here. So this is one, speaking of Kris. This is one I meant to do in that special edition of the Busk After Dusk, and just there were just so many songs. Honestly, you could just. I did two in almost 2 hours, 2 hours 15 minutes of his songs. I could have done another 2 hours that night. Casey Mine's hollow sound, silent people passing down the stairway to the subway, the shadows down below, following his footsteps through the neon darkened corridors of silent desperation. They were preaching to his soul. The poison air he's breathing has the dirty smell of dying, 'cause he's never seen the sunlight, never felt the rain. Casey minds the arrows and ignores the fatal echoes of the clicking of the turnstiles and the rattle of his chains. Oh, she says, Casey, it's been so long since I seen you. Here, she says, just a kiss to make a body smile. See, she says, I put on new stockings just to please you. Lord, she says, Casey, can you only stay a while? Casey leaves the underground, stops inside the Golden Crown for something wet to wipe away the chill that's on his bones. Seeing his reflection in the eyes of all the lonely men who reach for anything they can to keep from going home. Standing in the doorway, Casey drinks his pint of bitters, never glancing at the mirror, at the people passing by. And he stumbles as he's leaving, and he wonders if the reason is the beer that's in his belly or the tear that's in his eye. Oh, she says, I suppose you seldom think about me. Now, she says, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she says, it's so blessed good to feel your body. Lord, she says, Casey, it's a shame to be alone. Oh, she says, I suppose you seldom think about me. Now she says, now that you've a family of your own. Still, she says, it's so blessed good to feel your body. Lord, she says, Casey, I don't want to be alone. So I was watching, I think it's called Only Murders in the Building. It's Steve Martin and Martin Short. And I'm watching all these actors, do scenes with Meryl Streep, who's in the second or third season. And I'm thinking, that's what it's like, when you sing a Kris Kristofferson song in your set. It's like, oh man. It's, to me, that song is like Picasso. It just does not get better. Anne Marie. Well, let's see what the comments are here. I don't want to miss anybody. My buddy Kirk Hendricks from, I think you're down in Georgia, is here. A mighty sailing man is he. He's always he sees me when I get out occasionally on the Chesapeake on my buddies. My buddy Dave has a sailboat. I have discovered that the only thing better than having a sailboat is having a friend who has a sailboat. And my buddy Dave, I got the sailing bug 4 or 5 years ago. I guess I always had it, but I never really figured out a way to get at it because I didn't have a boat and I didn't have any money to buy one. But little by little, I joined a local sailing club and learned a little bit, and then more and more I've been getting out a chance to sail out on the Chesapeake. But every time Kirk sees me there, he sends me a picture of his gorgeous sailboat, just to make me aware that the best of all possible worlds is someplace else, to use a Kristofferson phrase. Beverly says, John, do you have a tip jar? Well, you know what? I kind of do. So let me stick that. Actually, there's a QR code, or there should be a QR code on your screen. And if you scan that with your phone, that should take you to my PayPal site. But you can go to Venmo at Singwriter, or to PayPal at Singwriter, paypal.me/Singwriter, if you'd like to contribute to my weekly, mostly weekly Busk after Dusk. So I hope to remember to take this banner down and not let it annoy you guys and me for the rest of the evening. The QR code isn't working. Well, that figures. Well, I'll take it down then. Because I put it up there, so why would it work? Somebody's gonna have to explain that stuff to me, because when I had it made on the internet and I tried it and it worked fine, but for some reason, so how do I get that down? I think that's the brand, and if I do that, it disappears. So that's a good thing. Anyway, Anne Marie wanted to hear "Life is Hard," and it's been a long, long time since I tried to do that song. I mean, I'm talking decades, my friends, so. We'll give it a try, and I'll make up the words that I don't remember. Charlie turned to Sam and said, I hate to burst your bubble, but you ain't the only one in this world who's seen trouble. You've been going on about how your life is in a rut. Well, good buddy, I sure hate to disappoint you, but life is hard. Then you die. It don't matter how you carve up that old existential pie. It ain't always cherry filling in between the crust and sky. Life is hard. Then you die. Said Sam, don't get me wrong, it's not that I ain't sympathetic, but you don't gotta go on like your life is so pathetic. In between the tears you gotta find a way to laugh. Hell, you've already lost more than some folks will ever have. Life is hard, then you die. In the blinking of a cosmic eye, there'll be tears for all those who deny. Life is hard, then you die. Philosophers, theologians, folk singers, and bums all got their own slant on what inevitably comes. I think God's a jazz man and eternity's a riff, and every day above the ground's a pure and precious gift. And life is hard, then you die. In the blinking of a cosmic eye, there'll be tears for all those who deny. Life is hard, then you die. Sam said, Charlie, thank you for those words of consolation. You've been like a beacon in my fog of desperation. Just when I was thinking that at least things couldn't be any worse than they are right now, you reminded me life is hard, then you die. It don't matter how you carve up that old existential pie. It ain't always cherry filling in between the crust and sky. Life is hard, then you die, die, die. Life is hard, then you die. Yeah, they don't write them like that anymore, gang. Thankfully. So my friend Donna reminded me recently about the first time I played this song. I've been telling the story about how I had kind of retired it for a lot of years, and then some folks, some friends, and some family members kind of inspired me to get it out of mothballs and start singing it again. But I had forgotten that the first time I sang it was in Donna Rotenberg's dining room. And it was like I tried it out on some friends that night, and Dan and Donna's daughter, Devin, was about to get married, and so they asked me if I would sing this song at Devin's wedding, which I had forgotten, and I apologize for not including that in all my stories. But it turns out that was the first, even before I recorded it, that was the first time I sang it for anybody. And so tonight this is for Donna. This is called Blink. You know what? I'm going to take down that silly banner. Not that it would be silly if you donated. Actually, we also take checks. That's P.O. Box 8273, Wilmington, Delaware. And if you act before midnight tonight, you get a request at next week's B.A.D. It starts off early in the sandbox. We blink as sand gets in our eyes. We blink up at the sun and wonder. We blink, somehow time just flies. We blink, and we are in a schoolyard. We blink and drive Dad's Chevrolet. We blink and we stand at an altar. Soon a baby's on the way. We blink, and toddlers are teenagers. We blink, and grandkids say hello. And in their eyes we see our parents. In our hearts we miss them so. We squint and look around for glasses to read where some old friend has died. We blink them as our eyes grow tired. And all too soon we close them wide. We blink like summer evening fireflies out on eternity's front lawn. And though we vanish in a moment, love we share keeps shining on. I blink in disbelief that heaven has given me these precious years with you, and I will still be grateful long after we have blinked back tears. Let's see here. I was thinking I might do another song I'm not so familiar with. So this song's about 10 years old, but I never really played it. I had written it and I did a demo of it at my producer's studio, and he didn't like it very much. so it kind of disappeared. I remember when I was talking to Dick Kniss about playing bass with John Denver. And he said it was a real big responsibility because John would bring new songs into the sessions, you know, like to rehearsal and stuff. and he would play it for the first time. And as a songwriter, I can appreciate what a vulnerable moment that is for a song. Like tonight when I did, my new song, Kris's Rules. If you guys didn't like it, I'd probably keep playing this one. But there are some songs that would just kind of disappear, And that's what Dick said. If John Denver played a new song and we didn't kind of really enthusiastically respond to it, we'd never hear it again. And he said, and it might not have anything to do with the song. You might just have stuff on your mind and, you're kind of not really actively focused in. And so he said it was a real big responsibility to hear new music. So anyway, maybe that was what happened with this song, because I played it for Harvey. And he said, you got better stuff. So anyway, like last year, he sends me the song, and it's all produced. He had been going through his stuff on his computer, looking for something, and he came across the demo, and loved it, and then just kind of started arranging it. So it's going to be on the next album. I'm not sure what key I did it in, but I'm going to take a guess that it was the key of D. This is called Bells of Mercy. There's thunder in the silence that is louder than the sirens that go screaming past this prison on these blind and bleeding streets. And it echoes in our hearts as those who try to make new starts go down, believing who they've been is who they're always bound to be. Let us ring the bells of mercy from each steeple in the land. Ring out songs of hope and freedom, now with bell rope in our hands. May we pull for those in bondage. May we pull for captive souls. Let us ring the bells of mercy. Let the bells of mercy toll. Say you have not been forgotten and have not been left to rot forever, far from sweet redemption's promise in some dungeon dark. You're our sisters and our brothers, we're your fathers and your mothers, and we pray for you and always hold and keep you in our hearts. Let us ring the bells of mercy from each steeple in the land. Sing out songs of hope and freedom, now with bell rope in our hands. May we pull for those in bondage. May we pull for captive souls. Let us ring the bells of mercy. Let the bells of mercy toll. And say you are not thrown away. No, you will not be cast off. Grievous though mistakes have been, they will never be enough to strike your names from the rolls of the ones we hold so dear. On the hour of your return, we will welcome you back here. Like the banging of a gavel, may the sound of those bells travel through the halls of every courthouse, every prison, every jail. Let them echo from each cell down to the very gates of hell, proclaiming all may be forgiven, for God's love will never fail. Let us ring the bells of mercy from each steeple in this land. Sing out songs of hope and freedom, now with bell rope in our hands. May we pull for those in bondage. May we pull for captive souls. Let us ring the bells of mercy. Let the bells of mercy toll. Let us ring the bells of mercy. Let the bells of mercy toll. Well, all right. So my intent was to kind of keep these sets short, as I've been saying. Both Tom Rush and Livingston Taylor told me that you can't really hold people's attention for more than like a half hour on these streaming shows, and I was doing an hour each week, and so I thought, well, you know, we'll cut it down. Less is more, so to speak. And then I get up here and I'm just kind of singing, so. I haven't been able to cut it off at a half hour yet, and but I'm going to do one more tonight. Emily wants to hear Butt Dial. Well, I'm going to give it a try, my friend. I guess it would cheer me up to do that one a little bit. So I don't know. I guess I've told this story for anybody that's new here. I played at the Kerrville Folk Festival back in May. And Ray Wiley Hubbard was also on the bill, and we bumped into each other after the show, and he seemed real impressed. As a matter of fact, he said, you know, get out your cell phone and punch this number into it. And I did, and he said, push send, and I pushed send, and his cell phone started to buzz, you know. He said, now I got your number, you got my number, we got to talk, you know, we got to get you back to Austin and get you to do more shows in Texas. So I thought, man, this is cool. Like, this is the godfather of the Austin outlaw Americana scene. So I got home and I waited for days, you know, just staring at my cell phone. Finally it rang. And the caller ID said, Ray Wiley Hubbard. And I got a new song out of it. I got butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard. Got liner notes by Kris Kristofferson. I wrote upon the city of New Orleans with Arlo and the whole dang Guthrie clan. This is all true. I have shared the mic with Willie Nelson. Backed up old Pete Seeger on Harpoon. Got butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard. I guess folk music is bound to pay off soon. my son was just 13 or 14, he kidded me about my career goals. Said, Dad, the antithesis of a rock star must surely be a folk music black hole. Though from time to time there have been moments when I admit I thought the kid was right. Something in my pocket just vibrated, and I can't second guess my life tonight. I got butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard, got liner notes by Kris Kristofferson, went riding on the city of New Orleans, Arlo and the whole dang Guthrie clan. I've shared the mic with Willie Nelson, I backed up old Pete Seeger on Harpoon, got butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard. Guess folk music is bound to pay off soon. You know, I get to sing and speak out boldly, say things that I think need to be said. I get to exorcise the ghosts and demons that otherwise would haunt my heart and head. I get to sleep on all manner of couches, make all kinds of friends across this land. There's probably better ways to make a living, but there's no better way to live, my friends, than get butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard, get liner notes by Kris Kristofferson, riding on the city of New Orleans with Arlo and the whole dang Guthrie clan. I've shared the mic with Willie Nelson, hung out with Ramblin' Jack in old saloons, got butt dialed by Ray Wiley Hubbard. Guess folk music is bound to pay off soon. Guess folk music is bound to pay off soon. Well, these are anxious times for sure. And whatever happens come the election, we're going to have to keep faith and keep believing in each other, even when we don't understand each other. And trust me, I know what that's like. Anyway, it was on my heart to sing this one tonight, and hope you guys can hang on to some hope and keep fighting the good fight. And even if that fight consists of kind of, staying in wherever you are and lighting a candle and meditating on peace, and just sending out that intention into the world. I mean, scientists are telling us that, like, this guitar is not really here. It's just all, it's not even particles and it's not even waves. It's just something in between every single thing that exists. So it seems to me that if that's so, then the thoughts we put out have substance just as much as anything else, and they can affect people who are miles and miles away from us. I guess that's what prayer really is. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with a simple song of peace. Just can't remember the opening words. I'm close to it. Let me see. It was that long run today. It just it deprived my brain of oxygen. I think it's a couple nights ago I dreamt I wrote a special song. Well, just the other night I did. I want to get it right. Let's see if I get this right. No, that's not it. All right, I'm gonna substitute these lines if they're not right. A couple nights ago I dreamt I wrote a special song. It wasn't complicated and it wasn't very long. I dreamt I took my old guitar and played it in the streets. People gathered round to hear a simple song of peace. What started as a tiny throng would it started as a tiny crowd would soon become a throng. And everyone who heard me sing began to sing along. Their voices then were lifted up, carried on the breeze, till all across the land was heard a simple song of peace. From east and west, from north and south, I heard a single choir. Singing seemed to take away our fear, though times were dire. The news came from around the world that war and violence ceased. Love at last was set free by a simple song of peace. I shook my head, remembering the long and lonely years when every song I wrote would seem to fall upon deaf ears. All those moments of self-doubt had somehow led to these. Tears filled my eyes then as I sang that simple song of peace. A child in the crowd came up and tugged upon my sleeve. He said, "You're only dreaming, John. Now it's time to leave." Just before I woke, I whispered to myself, "Oh, please, when you wake, do not forget this simple song of peace." I woke and lay in darkness in those hours before the dawn, anguish to discover that the song of peace was gone, till birds outside my window started singing in the trees. And I smiled to hear again a simple song of peace. There's a simple song of peace in each and everything. Rocks and birds, trees and waters, if we're listening. We're all radios tuned in to quantum frequencies. The universe is singing us a simple song of peace. So thanks for hanging out with me tonight. I hope you've enjoyed the songs. I don't always get to see all the comments because on Facebook it means I have to go back and watch the concert in real time, which is often too painful. So I apologize if I don't respond to everything, but I'm trying to become more aware of that as they're scrolling by. Anyway, it's been fun. I wish you peace. You guys have a good weekend. I'll see you soon.